Thank you for taking some time for yourself. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to explain, and it isn't important for you to hear this. Feeling angry is normal. It's human. It makes sense. You've been wronged, pushed, or ignored. Those are real things, and your anger is a real, honest response. It isn't something to be ashamed of. It isn't something you have to hide. You don't need to justify it. You don't have to fix it right now. Just knowing it's understandable can be enough to begin. You may notice, without trying, that simply acknowledging this feels like the weight shifting a little. That's okay. That's natural. You don't have to do anything at all. In fact, it isn't necessary to try and listen closely. Your unconscious will hear what it needs without effort. Without trying, your attention may begin to narrow or widen, focusing on some sensation or letting others fade. You may notice certain sounds becoming nearer, certain thoughts drifting. All of this can happen without your intentional effort. And as you notice these small shifts, you may also notice the body's subtle responses, a hint of tightness at the jaw, a slight clench in the hands, a heat behind the eyes. You don't need to act on these sensations. You don't have to make them disappear. You can simply allow them to be and let them be witnessed here, now. It is safe to feel. It is accepted. You don't have to push anything away. You don't have to make sense of it. And yet, without trying, your breathing might slow. The world might feel a little softer around the edges. Your inner awareness may turn inward, absorbing the experience. That inwardness is safe. It allows the anger to be known, not punished. That knowing is itself healing. And you don't need to do anything to make it so. Now, without force, you may find a memory of calm rising beside the anger. Perhaps a time you felt safe and held. Perhaps a quiet place. Maybe a small moment that felt steady. You don't need to pick the perfect memory. It's enough that something gentle and steady is there. Beneath is a foundation. You don't have to work to keep it. It may simply be present, quietly supporting you as the rest of the experience unfolds. And now, without needing to analyze, perhaps an image of being wronged surfaces. Could be clear or hazy, a word, a look, a moment. That hurt is real. Your anger is real. You don't need to defend it. You don't need to prove it. You can just allow the memory and the feeling to be acknowledged. Because acknowledged feelings begin to lose their power to control you. Let the realization settle. It makes sense you would feel furious. That acknowledgement alone brings rapport with yourself. It is kind and it's honest. You don't have to solve the whole story right now. And yet, without effort, you may know certain beliefs that grow after that moment, like helplessness or being owned by the past, starting to feel a little less fixed. You don't need to force perspective. It may shift on its own, like a fog lifting a little. You might realize the unfairness happened, but you're not trapped by it. That realization can come quietly, without struggling. You don't have to hurt anyone. There's no need to lash out. At the same time, you don't need to mute your strength. Without trying, you may feel a fierce urge to express this anger. And that expression can be safe and contained. If a hard clench of the fist comes, you might let the hands ball into fists and then unfold, releasing tension. If your jaw tightens, notice it and allow it to relax slowly when it's ready. If a sound wants to come, a raw exhale, rising, declaring, releasing. The calm anchor remains under it, steady. You're not only the feeling, you are the watcher, the one who knows this feeling and keeps you safe. That perspective may arise naturally. You don't have to interpret everything, and yet, without forcing, the scene may seem different, smaller, further away, or seen from another angle. In that different view, the anger still exists, but it's now fuel rather than a chain. You might find that what felt like helplessness can be the raw material for boundary and action. This shift can happen quietly, naturally. Allow it to. You don't have to decide on a plan yet. You don't need to make immediate choices. Still, without trying, you may notice a new clarity arise. Where to set a boundary, how to speak your truth firmly and calmly, how to walk away when needed. The anger softens into resolute power, a protective clarity that keeps you safe and makes your next steps deliberate, not reactive. You can carry that clarity forward without strain. And now, without hurry, you might find yourself returning to the present, bringing with you the calm anchor and the clear, fierce energy, both. The child who likes safety is safe. The adult you are now holds strength, boundary and clarity. You don't have to prove anything anymore. You don't need to act out. You possess the power to be fierce and kind, to stand up and stay safe. From now on, you don't need to access this resource. It isn't necessary to rehearse it without effort. When unfairness arises, you may notice the simple internal phrase appear. I see this. I don't have to take it. That phrase may steady your breath, narrow your focus, and bring forward the safe, symbolic actions you've practiced. A firm word, a release into a pillow, a grounding stomp, whatever is safe for you. You'll be able to validate your feeling and act with clarity, not harm. And now gently, without forcing, feel the room around you, the weight of your body, the sounds, the rhythm of your breath. When it feels right, open your eyes, move your fingers and toes, stretch if you want. Carry with you the knowledge that your anger was heard and that it was valid and that you can use it without hurting others as a boundary, as fuel, and as truth. You are seen, you are allowed, you are safe. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.